Hey, good afternoon, fam. Good afternoon. Happy Memorial Holiday to everybody. Happy Memorial Holiday to everybody. Hopefully, everybody is well. Um, this wonderful Memorial Holiday. Hope you guys are having a wonderful time with your friends and family. Listen, before I get my day started today, um, quite a few parties I was invited to, so I'm going to need to go home in a few and go change my clothes. But I wanted to take a moment out, right? Because this particular holiday um, means something, right? This holiday is actually a holiday that will remember, what our military vets have done for us, right? The reason why, we have this wonderful country and the sacrifice that they made, right? Listen, guys, if you guys are out this holiday weekend, please, this is a major accident here that happened already. Not sure what's involved, or people were rushing, or maybe alcohol, who knows, but just be careful today, okay? So I wanted to have a conversation with you guys today in reference to the relevance for this particular holiday, which is pretty much independence, which is pretty much Memorial Holiday, which is the military people going to war for us and going to battle to make sure that we have this wonderful freedom and country, right, that we have, right? So it got me thinking, because I think, especially here in America, we take what we have for granted, to be honest with you. In America, we take what we have here for granted because we're so used to having it. We're so used to having it. A lot of people have lost track of, their purpose, their destiny, their mission, their goal, right? Because they've gotten comfortable. And even I do a lot of. I'm very goal oriented, right? Like I write my goals down almost every other day, every month for sure, every year for sure. I write my goals down, right? And sometimes I have to catch myself, because life happens and, you just get busy, you lose track of your vision and your goal, right? And this is one of my favorite ultimate book that I always go back to, right? It's pretty much, it's a book by Brian Tracy. It says no excuses, right? No excuses, the power of self-discipline. The power of self-discipline, right? And, I'm in sales. I'm an insurance agent. And this message is not only for salespeople, but it's for people with everyday life goals. Whether you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, whatever, right? You want to be a better homemaker. Doesn't really matter, right? But I think a lot of when we set goals and it doesn't seem to happen right away, we start to make excuses, right? We start to shun away from our goals. We start to diminish and decrease our goals, right? So I want to spend a moment to talk to you guys about just keep moving forward. I never decreased my goal. Even let me share this. And I kind of didn't want to do this until later on throughout the year. But, for quite some time, I've been writing in my goals that, I would make 30 grand in a month. I would make 30 grand. At first it went from $10,000 in a month, and then I achieved that to $20,000 a month, and I achieved that, and then it went to $30,000, in a month, and I did that quite a few times in my career, right? Quite a few times. Then now for the past year and a half or so, I've been writing. I will make $50,000 a month. I will make $50,000 a month. I will make $50,000 a month, right? Writing it down on my goal book, on my vision book, and this month, right? My production this month have surpassed over $50,000 in my production this month. This This is the best month of my entire career, okay, that I've made. And I think the number is a little bit almost close to 60,000, like 57,000 and some change, right? Okay, why is that? Because even while I was writing, I would make $50,000 a month, and every month came, it didn't happen. Another month came, it didn't happen. 1 month came, I did about 30-something K. I said, whoa, this might be the month. This might be the month. Boom, it stalled, right? But I kept on writing that goal down every single day, every single month. And all of a sudden, the universe, God, paved the way to make sure that what I've been asking for, some way, somehow, happened for me, right? This is pretty much a situation where where you are individual, you have to get your mindset to not making any excuses for whatever goals that you set, but just keep applying the pressure. Just keep applying the pressure. You understand? You just keep working and keep grinding. Even if it doesn't look like it's never gonna happen. Even if the goal to you seems like a fairy tale or make-believe, or seems like you're lying to yourself, you're really not. What you're actually doing is creating a space in your mind. You're creating a space in the universe for what you're asking for to come to. It might not come right away. It might not come right away. But as long as you keep requesting it, as long as you keep asking for it, and every day you're going to work to try to make it a reality. Not just you requesting for it and asking for it and nothing, and you don't go to work. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the grind. And in the mix of you doing that, some way, somehow, some luck come your way. When I said luck, the reason why I was able to get that number for this month, to me, I had a case that I wasn't expecting. It was a regular appointment, and the gentleman told me that he had this going on, he had that going on, and did I offer a particular product that does that? And I was like, of course. And boom, there it is. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Just out here minding my business and working my tail off, and what I asked for just dropped in my lap. But that came from me asking and requesting, and then me going out and seeing a lot of people until one of them gave me what I was asking for. I hope you guys can take what I just said in. Okay? I'm starting to see this more and more the longer I start to understand the conscious and the subconscious mind. The longer I'm in business, the longer I start to understand the psychology of the mind, I'm realizing this is real. You know, when you tell people this stuff, they look at you like it's mumbo jumbo, like it's some bull crap, because they write it down today, they speak it out today, and it's not here tomorrow. Right? Let me ask you a question. How many times you been praying to God for God to give you something, and it came to you the very next day? God don't work like that. The universe, which is God, don't work like that. okay? For you to attain the thing that you want, okay, God has to put you in position to be able to receive it. If you receive it earlier than you should, it might destroy you. You just might not be ready for it. You understand? So sometimes it might take you a little bit longer than you expect. But as long as you're going out and you're working every single day, and you're putting in time every single day, that luck has no other option but to fall on your lap. Okay, it is what's called a definite luck. Definite, which means it is coming. That luck is coming your way. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is coming your way. As long as you stick it out and you tough it out and you stay prayed up, affirmation up, meditation up, visualization up, as long as you stay within those things and you're putting in work every single day, that luck has no choice but to come to you. You are the magnet. And what you're asking for, you're drawing it to you. You're drawing it to you. You understand? The moment that you stop working, the moment that you stop asking, the moment that you stop visualizing, okay, that magnet dies. Okay? That magnet dies the moment that you stop asking, the moment that you get lazy and you stop working. That magnet dies. So when you think of yourself as a magnet, when you think of yourself as a magnet, right? You might understand what I'm trying to tell you a little bit better. Okay? A magnet is a force. Okay? And you have to put the force to work at all times for the force to benefit you. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science at all. Okay? How you doing? So, I want to share that with somebody today. When you guys get a chance, if you truly want a change in your life, we are halfway throughout the year. We are halfway throughout the year. And if you truly want a change in your life, I will urge you to go out and get this book. I got it at Barnes & Noble for $7.98 a few years ago. It was on sale. I don't know what it is now. I follow Brian Tracy now and bought quite a few of his books for over a decade. Probably going to 2 decades, because I sold cars for 8 years, and that was the first time I started following the guy, because that was the first time I got into sales, was when I sold cars. So I've been in insurance sales now for 16 years. I sold cars for 8 years. So that's 24 years I've been following this guy. And I got quite a few of his books. And most of his books is never really about sales strategy. It's always about your mentality. It's always about your thoughts. Everybody thinks sales is about you trying to be this sly, slick salesperson and learning how to be slick and talk slick. And no, I don't know anybody who survived in sales that function that way. Not one person. No, because human beings are not stupid. They can read through the line. They can read through you when you're trying to be slick and sly and fast talking and stuff like that. Okay? Okay? Sales doesn't, nobody who does well in sales behave in that manner. In that manner. Not one person that I know. Okay? The people who succeed in sales are the people that learn to master their thoughts and their mind and what they think and what they believe. Because what you think and what you believe is what you're going to draw to you. If you're not having sales, your mind is probably focused on you thinking people are not going to buy from you. If you're making sales, your mind is focused on people who are going to buy from you. Okay? Lesson for today. If you're not making sales, there's a high likelihood that your mind is focused on you thinking that nobody wants to buy. The market is bad. The economy is bad. As much as the media is saying how bad inflation is, how bad the market is, all this stuff like that, listen, most of my sales is what's called mortgage protection, which is putting life insurance in place in the event that you pass away. Your house can be paid off and your family can have a roof over their head for life. Right? With that being said, and with every day you turn the news on talking about how bad the market is, you think I focus on that? No, I cut the news off. I don't believe it. In my mind, it's fake. It's fake news. It's not true to me. It's not true to me. Okay? Because there's somebody out there who need my service. Not everybody is getting laid off. Okay? Not everybody are not able to afford. Some people actually live below their means. Okay? Some people purchase homes that they can truly afford, even in the worst case scenario. Not everybody bought a home and want to live in a grand lifestyle. Those are the ones who are actually end up losing their home because they overstretch themselves. Okay? So for the fact that I don't believe what the news tells me, my mind also don't believe it. So my mind is forced to find me the people who align with my thought process. My mind has no other choice. It's neutral. You hear me? The subconscious is neutral. Whatever I think is what is going to give me. Okay? If I think there's no sales, it's going to give me no sales. If I think there's sales, it's going to give me sales. You understand? The Bible says, what? Ask and you shall receive. Nothing in there that says, but depending on the market. Nothing in there that it says, but depending on inflation. It didn't say that. It says, ask and you shall receive. Point blank, period. Okay? So listen, I want to take a moment to spend with you guys this holiday in the hope that this message helps somebody today. Right? That this message, as we're going into the beginning of a new week, right? That this message, especially if you're out there in sales and you're struggling, you don't have a way out, if you're thinking about quitting, all this crazy stuff like that, right? I want you to know there's two reasons why you probably right now are not getting the results that you want. The very first one on the list is your mind. Is the very first thing on the list. Let me tell you this. The past few months, some of the turmoils that I've been going through, if I tell you guys, You be like, yo, how are you still smiling, bro? I'm still smiling because I don't think about it. I have a positive outlook. I know the problem is there and I will address it, and I am addressing it. But you don't solve a problem by keep on thinking about a problem. It's gonna make the problem bigger. And then you go into a depression. You understand? Some of y'all will see me at the beach. Some of y'all will see me at the plane. Some of y'all will see me at a lounge or a bar, smiling from ear to ear, because I know that my God is greater. I know that the problem is only a distraction because my goal is so. Let me tell you something. What I realized in my 24 years of being in sales, every single time that I have the audacity to write a goal so big, something always happens. And I believe that is my test for the next level. You know, some of you guys who play video games, right? Or some of us who play video games when we was younger. You know, level 1 is usually easy. Level 2 might be just a little bit harder. Level 3 but the further up you go onto the level, you gotta face bigger and bigger bosses, is what they call them back then, like the bad guys, right? They call them the boss or whatever like that, right? Bigger and bigger enemies, right? Until you finally defeat the game. Okay? I remember it was a game I used to play when I was younger, called Mike Tyson Punch-Out. And I remember I used to play that game, and I forgot what level I used to get stuck on. But it was a guy, I think his name was Super Macho Man, I don't remember. That dude always used to destroy me until one day I decided to just keep playing that whole day, right? And then I finally beat that person and I got to face Mike Tyson, right? That's life. That's life. You got to keep fighting the enemy. You have to keep fighting the bosses for you to climb up to the next level. Because when you get to the next level, it makes you that much stronger. You've learned something. You've learned something from each level that made you stronger, that allowed you to flex your muscle. Okay? Made your muscle bigger and stronger. You've learned something. This is literally what life is. Alright? The second thing that's holding you back outside of your mind is hard work. Listen, I'm gonna be transparent as I can be. A lot of people are lazy. And I hope nobody get offended by what I'm saying. But the reason why a lot of y'all don't have success right now in life is you're not willing to put in the extra hours. It's just that simple. Especially in the initial beginning. You've got to put in those 12, 14, 15, 16-hour days sometimes. A lot of y'all don't want to do that. It's Memorial Day weekend. And I've worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The only reason, because there's a few parties I was invited to and I was actually going to back out because I have my stack of leads that I was going to dial on today. And because people was calling, oh, you got to come. People are expecting you. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and get dressed and be on my way. I am not a fan of holidays. At least not yet, right? Because I have a goal. I have a mission I'm trying to get to. So to me, I'm not. Every day matters. Every single day matters for me. I cannot miss a day trying to have fun and spend my whole day sitting at a barbecue grill at a park somewhere eating hot dogs and hamburgers when I could be progressing. That's the way I look at it. Some people say, oh my God, you're too serious. Life is serious. Life is serious. That's as simply put as I can put it. Life is serious. And a lot of people waste their life away. A lot of people get to their 50s and 60s and 70s, but I wish I would have. If you know how many people that I sit down with on the regular that say, man, I wish I would have done this during your age. Oh my God, I wish I would have done that better. Oh, I wish I would have planned for this. Oh, I wish I would have made this move. I mean, it's like, look, out of the whole year, 70% of the people that I see, about 300 plus people a year, 70% of those people have regrets. And that's sad. 70% of those people have regrets. And that's a sad thing. So listen, I don't want you guys to make any more excuses with your life. It's going to be hard no matter what you're trying to do in life. But just do it anyway. Okay? No matter what you want to do in life, it's going to be hard. So just do it anyway. Okay? Just keep on pushing and keep on striving for the things that you want. Difficult times going to happen for sure. You can't get around that. Okay? But the longer you keep at it, the better and the stronger you get, and the better life gets for you. So listen, I'm going to close out with that. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day. I hope I was instrumental in somebody's life today. If you saw value in what I just spoke about today, please comment. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Okay? If you saw value, please share this with somebody that you know need to hear this. Please hit the thumbs up, because that's how YouTube and social media, everybody is able to, get my message out there. Okay, with the algorithm. Okay? Other than that, and if you're not following me or you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful and blessed holiday. And once again, be safe. Talk to you soon.